Meanwhile, Will is trying to mimic his dad's voice, and the dogs jump up like they've heard the dinner bell. After 4 days and nights of a bizarre contest, reporters hype put Will's heroics in the front page. This is how heroes are made. Will instantly became a national hero, dubbed Iron Will for his willpower. Superhero mode on. This honor arrived like express mail to Will's hometown. His mom was thrilled seeing her son's achievements. Uncle also smiled proudly. The assistant prepared a surprise. Nearby, sneaky Angus was secretly plotting. Angus said to his subordinate Berg, "Defeat Will, and you'll be able to make your grandson the captain of the school varsity team. There are definitely huge benefits." Berg, feeling shady, decided to make a move on Will. He was hiding in the woods, playing bad guy. When Will showed up, Berg instantly unleashed the killer dog, which bolted out like a rocket. Will sensed danger, but was out of time to react. The dog made an entrance that felt like a movie climax. At that time, Gus was bound by ropes, as if in a film. Gus, don't give up. In the epic showdown with the dog, Gus took a hit. Oh no, this is a major injury. Berg's sneaky plan worked, putting Will up against his biggest challenge yet. Staring at the dying Gus, his heart, Will pulled out his gun, eager for revenge, but Gus' weak whimpers seemed to pull him back to sanity. Right now, the priority was to heal Gus. Will grabbed the herbs his uncle had prepared, channeling his inner doctor. Hearing Gus' painful howls, Will's voice trembled with concern. Then he whistled, "This is my method of healing." When he kicked the restaurant door open, he charged in like a raging toddler, heading straight for Berg. Will threw a fierce punch at Berg, and they immediately grappled like kids, proving who's stronger. Onlookers were amazed, trying to break them up, but Berg wasn't ready to let Will off the hook. Berg choked Will with one hand while brandishing a knife with the other, threatening, "Make a move, and yell me the Grim Reaper." Under the pressure from the tycoon, Will reluctantly dropped his rocket launcher of a gun. Hey, maybe head live to fight another day. Will returned to the tent to care for Gus, but Angus barged in. "Don't you think I should thank you?" Even though Angus was grateful for Will's life-saving efforts, Will knew he was just angling for a money grab. Will hesitated, but didn't nod. At dawn, he packed gear to keep competing. Workers persevere. Faced with Berg's sudden ambush, Will became more vigilant, and he didn't even spare Kingsley from his suspicion after all. Kingsley was a member of the cooperative. Will steps onto the snow bridge, sets off again. As night fades, he leaves bad memories behind at sunrise. Passing through a small town, he suddenly heard Berg yelling. The villagers were ready to welcome Will back. The superstar has returned. Yet Will was confused. Why am I the star of this welcome ceremony? Upon seeing the newspaper handed to him by the villagers, Will realized he had become the Iron Man icon, feeling perplexed inside. 2 little boys ran up, claiming there was a shortcut to save Will time. Will thought, great, saving back some time. But the so-called shortcut was an ice river, making him break into a cold sweat. I don't want to become an ice sculpture. Will had become a hero in the eyes of Americans, shockingly realizing he had misjudged Kingsley. I never meant to be a big shot. With no time to linger, he bid farewell to all the folks with gratitude and marched towards his goal in the hero in our hearts. Sigh, that ice river indeed was a disaster, and Will thought, this is just my luck, avoiding cheap adventures. Will detour 3 kilometers to a railway bridge, but that decision landed him in hot water. Bad stuff about to happen. In the middle of the bridge, a train came swooping in, its roar booming like thunder, causing a panic, and they took off running. Will sprinted toward the bridge's end, but Gus' dog leash got stuck on the tracks. Hurry, let's go. The train was closing in fast. Will finally freed the leash, and they bolted out like lightning. However, those 2 boys got so nervous they broke Will's sled. Oh no, my toy. Helpless, Will had to walk back to the rest stop. Everyone was astonished at his disheveled look. Are you playing hide and seek? Kingsley offered him a warm meal, but Will only sought a blacksmith to repair the sled. Food's not welcome tonight. He barely walked a few steps before collapsing in the snow like a defeated child. I need to go home and rest. Seeing this helpless youngster in the chilly wind, Kingsley decided to become his pillar of strength and assist him in locating a blacksmith shop. Let's brave this winter together. The boss fixed his sled. The boss wife dressed his wounds, but pesky Angus returned. Angus raised the withdrawal fee to $5,000, but Will was unfazed. I don't care about pocket change. Kingsley couldn't help but step in to warn Angus, "Stay away from Will, or I'll expose your dirty deeds." Thus Angus was chased off, and Will finally got to rest, but he couldn't even stand up, him totally done for. Kingsley urged him to sleep more, but Will insisted, "This is no longer just my race, I'm racing for the family." Thus, still injured, led Will to consider leaving him at the rest stop, but his pleading eyes prevented separation. "I can't leave him behind." Kingsley was moved by the bond between Will and Gus, and soon the news of Will's departure reached Angus's, making him alert.